What's up, guys? It's the Immortal Biggie Shack. Uh, we're doing our magazines considered comics. I'm about 10 minutes early. I want to get my poll set up, get a jump on this. Vote. Let's see if I know how to do this or not. Ugh. So pause that. There we go. I don't see the poll. Down here? No. Aha. I found it. Magazines considered comics? Question mark. Okay. Yes, no, or some are, but not all. Bang. Any magazines are considered comics. That's what I was set. I think y'all get what it's saying. All right. We got that going. Do 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 do.
Breaking news.
What's going on, Biggie? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, good, good. Taking it easy tonight. I'm gonna watch the fight in a little bit. Figure I'd start a little early and get the poll up. I don't know if I could have done that unless the live was going, so I just, start about 10 minutes early. We got another one. It's Matt. What up, Matt?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Bleak. How are you?
Good, good.
Is tonight the fight? I thought it was tomorrow.
Fight night. I'm watching it.
Oh, wow.
It hasn't got to the card. It's just the prelims right now.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. Prelims are fun to watch sometimes, but really depends on what the level is and who's fighting.
They got Anderson Silva versus Tyrone Woodley. I don't know. I
Okay,
think-
it's not bad.
yeah, and then we got Andrew Tate versus a YouTuber guy. And then Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, well, that's the big card. So
Mm-hmm.
Allen's coming, as far as I know. I just don't know how long he's, what time he's going to be in.
Yeah, we're going to be a quick one tonight. We could go ahead and get to our topic, and if people pop in, you know, they could say what they say. We got the poll going in the chat.
Cool.
So, when we did the top 100 covers, right, we ultimately said that magazines weren't considered comic books because we couldn't put them in the top 100 covers, right?
Yeah, but you know something that it just because magazine covers don't necessarily show what's going on in the magazine, right? And I thought we were just limiting to that because there were so many great Frank Frazetta covers and stuff like that. So that's what I thought. I mean, but in terms of magazines, I say yes in terms of like the ones that are meant to be comics, like all the Eerie's, you know, the Vampirellas. You know, they were all comic. Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal is definitely a comic magazine.
Yeah, but those actually have stories in them. Stuff like Wizard or Comic Book Collector.
No,
they're all like articles and stuff. So like those I wouldn't consider comic books. And
Yeah,
like
you know,
even Malibu Comics, like even Todd McFarlane says like the first appearance of Spawn is in Spawn #1 and not Malibu Comics. The Malibu Comics is an advertisement, not a comic book.
right.
Hey, TM, did Crom announce a winner?
No, I think it's everything's kept secret, I guess, until the 25th.
Oh, okay, the 25th. Okay,
Yeah, I thought he was waiting till Christmas to do it.
okay.
But
I hate
also,
that
like, yeah,
I
go
hate
ahead.
that he's
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just saying. I hate that he's quitting or not or moving on or whatever. He's with his channel. He's going to drop his channel, I guess.
No, he's got to do what he's what's best for him. As
Right.
much as I'm going to miss him,
Yeah,
you know, he's
it's
happy doing it. And if I can find out what he's doing, I'll subscribe to the new channel.
yeah. I will too. Yeah, I will too. I'd like to figure it out, find out.
Maybe he'll tell us on the 25th.
Yeah. But,
But what do
sorry, I
you
didn't
think?
mean to interrupt, Matt. You were talking.
What do you think, Biggie? I mean, you've got some that are obviously magazines with comics and some that aren't.
I ultimately feel like they're not because I think to be technical, they have to be a floppy.
Fair.
Now, are there magazine comic keys? Absolutely. But they're technically not a comic book. They're floppies or they're magazines. So that's
I would definitely argue with that because I got the first appearance of what's his name there, Indiana Jones. It's a magazine and it's a 100% a comic book.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's some like Eerie and Vampirella that are all comic books, like the Savage Tales. That was all comics, was it not?
All comics, 100%.
Yeah. You also have Mad Magazine, which starts as a comic book and becomes a magazine, and it's all comics, pretty much, or joke articles at the very least.
It's the content to me. Like, is it articles? Because that's a magazine, or is it comic books and that like comic stuff and that's comic.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Chonko on that for sure.
I mean,
Yeah, there is like because they are considered magazines, but their stories they're just in the magazine size, and that's what I think. Like they're still comic books, just in a magazine size, or even oversized comics are like that as well. They're just not the same size as comic books. So like, yeah, like Eerie's a good one and stuff, and then even you look back and most recently, The Last Ronin, The Last Ronin's kind of like magazine size and stuff, and it's still a comic book, still published.
Now, all the early turtles are all oversized.
Yeah, but it's not a question of oversized necessarily. I mean, like, I go by content. If to me, if the book is like 85% or more comic book, then it's a comic. It's a
I
comic.
agree.
Man.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Because every issue of the current, if I may say, Savage Sword of Conan that's out recently, it's magazine size, but there is a printed story in every one that takes up 3 pages. So some people make the argument. I would make the argument that's the equivalent of the letters page. But
like pulps are not comics. Clearly, pulps are different. It's a different thing altogether.
Oh,
and neither is a magazine like the New Yorker or Playboy that have cartoons in it, but they're not.
Right.
What do you guys think about treasuries?
Well, it's a comic.
Definitely comic books.
Yeah.
That's a comic. So if that's a comic, then I would say other magazines are. I think those are treasuries. I think that magazines are magazines and comics are comics.
So treasuries are literally all comics. It's not
A lot of
It's just bigger.
treasuries. A lot of the treasuries in DC were actually reprints. So some weren't, but most of them, like all the Superman ones, were.
You can't really argue with what's inside the magazine. If it's a comic, it's a comic. If it's not, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the interior. I mean, what does it contain? That I mean, like pulps are all like printed stories. There's not much artwork at all.
A little bit of illustration, and that's it. Yeah,
and that's a different thing to me altogether. I think Reader's Digest or something.
Oh. Yeah, Reader's Digest. Sorry, is another example of one of those little magazines or whatever that has some cartoons in it, but
It's not a comic.
Not a comic. I mean, speaking of digest, no one has any problems talking about like an Archie Digest. That's a comic book. Or one of those Blue Ribbon Digests from DC. That's a comic book. Like, so I can't see why magazines wouldn't be considered comics. But we did, as a group, decide that magazine covers were not allowed in the 100 top covers of all time because we wanted to stick to comic books, if I remember correctly on that. I think it was 4-2 was the final vote on that.
So here's a good one. Now I know where I come down on this. How about an omnibus? Is it a comic book or is it a book?
it's a collection of comics.
Bound differently though, and certainly of a different size. It's
Well,
bound like
Is it the interior that
Square-bound
matters?
comics. Yeah, they're square bound comics.
And then you'd have to add like trade paperbacks, compendiums, absolutes.
nobody questions that trade paperbacks are comics. They've
These ones are
always said.
thick as all get out, man.
Yeah,
What
is
you
that
got there,
is that a
Big?
novel or a comic?
Is that still a comic?
Yes. Comic.
Open it up. Let's see.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's
Definitely a comic.
it's all. There's no storyboarding
big.
or nothing.
It's bigger, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I just like, is a children's book a comic book then?
Thank you, Patel. Let's drop a leg real quick for Patel. Thank you.
Big Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
Well, X-Men One Fun. Appreciate that. Is it children's books?
Children's
Comic?
books are not done in comic form.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I would say would probably be the best arbiter to me of whether the magazine is considered a comic or not, is if it's included in here, because Vampirella, Eerie, Creepy, Mad, Savage Tales, all those types of books that we've talked about are in here. Where books like Wizard and what is it called?
Comic book collector.
What's the sci-fi magazine again?
Fangoria.
Fangoria.
Would be a comic book.
Fangoria, yeah, like
I
to me,
mean, there are
that's
rare
the
ones that aren't
definition.
in there, but yeah,
They're
I
awesome.
know
Don't
what
get
you
me
mean.
wrong. Fangoria covers are great, but I don't think there's any comic inside of them, really.
No, they're movie pictures and stuff.
Yeah, it's just all magazine.
Like you certainly wouldn't see Tiger Beat or any of those magazines here. Nor would you see, like a circus magazine or the old heavy metal, like what was it, metal?
Yeah,
Oh my
different thing
God.
altogether. Yeah,
I always bought
congratulations.
Tiger
Phil.
Beat
Those
for
are
the
cool books.
posters, man. So a big question here is: do you consider previews the first appearance?
No, I don't. I don't. But I'm well documented to say that I do not.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of counting previews as a first appearance either, because you know that most people won't recognize it anyway. I mean, guys like Alan, they try to find the very, 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 very first appearance, no matter what the medium is, but that's their thing.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, like, is there dialogue? That's kind of a big thing. Maybe not always, but like I don't know. I mean, in the end, it's like I think the market determines what people are going to really consider the first appearance, and I mean, and everybody else can be pedantic about it if they want to, and it doesn't really matter because the market will be the market.
Exactly. Like how many people you know that Harley Quinn first appearance that's not in a book that everybody was arguing about for a while? I can't remember if it was a book or a magazine that Harley was in, but
Yeah, it came with a cassette. It was almost
it was a cassette or whatever that everybody was arguing that's the real first appearance of Harley Quinn. Well, outside of that argument that we had here online, I haven't heard anybody refer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard it. Well, I mean, you ain't gonna hear it I mean, not in person, but online, yes.
Yeah, but you don't hear. If everybody's got technically the first appearance of Harley Quinn, they're not going to be like, you know what? Actually, this other one over here is the first
Right.
appearance.
Yeah.
It's not something the market
suppose that's
does very, very with a lot of grace. Ask Steven. Ask him how hard it was to get the first appearance of Sandman to be the first appearance of Sandman.
That's right.
Yes, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
That is true. When you got an entire hobby that's decided this is it. It's the 180, 181 debate, right?
Absolutely.
And this is a thing I always have with 180, 181. Like it's like, there's like this huge controversy, but you don't really hear people talk about Spider-Man 299 versus 300. Like that like falls totally by the wayside, but it's like way more. Like there's like Venom has like 6 panels and he talks.
Yeah.
In
You're not-
299.
Todd McFarlane said that was the first appearance of Venom. It was supposed to be.
The problem is, I think that too many people have invested in that 300.
Exactly right. The market determines. The market determines what it is.
I think it's because of the number. It's like that 300th issue and stuff. So it's like an anniversary issue and stuff for the 300th issue and that. So everybody's just like, yeah, that's the one. It's just a better sounding number.
It's got the
Yeah.
cover. It's got everything, right? It's got all the bells and whistles on it.
Yep.
But technically, if you want to get technical, 299 is fucking the first appearance of Venom.
right.
Whether you
And
guys
if
were-
I'm going by that, I think I'll try and get a copy of 299. 300, forget it. I'm not that big a Spider-Man fan to not waste my time, but to think about getting that. There's so many other books I want before that.
Oddly enough, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but I always sell my Spider-Man stuff. It's really weird. I love Spider-Man, but I don't have enough Spider-Man books to be like, I'm gonna start collecting Spider-Man. It seems like a daunting task.
You guys want to hear the poll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
Do you think any magazines are? I meant to put R, but it just says considered comics, and we got 10% yes, 57% no, and 33% some are, but not all.
That surprises me. I thought the third option would win.
I'm in the no category. I think that you have a magazine collection and you have a floppy. I think floppies need to be respected, and you can have annuals, you can have king size, but that's it. So that's my 2 cents for the. Now magazines are dope though. I think there's magazines worth more than floppies. That's just how it goes, And if you go by the dollar is the big one, then they win.
Vampirilla is a magazine, or is it a comic book?
It's Vampirella's a magazine, dude.
Fair enough.
That's how I look at it. It ain't a
See,
book.
I
think it's both.
I think it's both.
magazine format, but it's
And certainly creepy, eerie, and the others, they all fit into that category too.
Oh yeah, I'm with you guys on that. I think it's a comic, but that's obviously it's both.
The only magazines I'm interested in having are the ones with comics in it.
Yeah.
pretty much.
There's a couple.
Sorry, I do have some Buffy magazines.
There's some cool Fangoria covers. Like I think Fangoria 1's really awesome. There's some neat ones, but it's just covers, right? There's some good artists on those covers. They're pretty cool. But
all right, consider this.
That was the magazine I was trying to remember the name when I said it. Others.
What is this? This is it's not a graphic novel. It's not a magazine. It's way bigger than a comic. And it's one of like the classic things of all time. I mean, it's Jeffrey Darrow and Frank Miller.
It's badass. That's what it is.
Right. What is it though? Is this a comic
boil,
book?
baby?
It's not a magazine size, really.
I consider that a comic.
It looks like
Is that the original way it was published?
Yep. This is it. This is number one. This is exactly how it was published.
To me, you have comic book and then you have comics. And a lot of magazines that are comics, they fall into that comic category. There may not be a comic book because they're magazine size, but it's still a comic.
But it's not even really magazine size. It's smaller than a magazine. It's
bigger than a regular standard size comic.
It's a weird size
it's a comic book.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
It's a comic book.
Is it a graphic novel?
Comic, yeah.
What
No,
about
it's still very thin. It's like the same page count as a comic book would be. It's just bigger. They wanted to highlight the art. That's what it is. Is Jeffrey Darrow is like a badass, and they wanted to show how great he was. That's really what it is.
For a second there, I thought that was a pig's tail on the guy.
Oh, somebody. All right. Well, I got some mags I'll show. This is a comic feature. It's just, it's got comic book shit in it. It's got comic book characters on the cover, but I wouldn't consider it
But is it? That's the thing. Is it articles or is it like comic books inside? Like if it's articles, it's a magazine.
Yeah.
Here's a.
That's a weird size.
Yeah, comic book.
Comic book? It's a Scholastic book, but yeah.
No, that's a book. That's a book then.
It's a children's book.
Comic.
It's a children's book though. See, to me, that's a graphic novel because it says graphic novel.
I remember the theme now. It's books or comics.
Yeah. Interested in your opinion here, Alan. We're having a debate about it.
For me, anything that is comic book size is a comic book. Anything that is not comic book size or magazine format is a magazine that has comics in it.
It's a comic magazine.
What about a golden age
comic magazine? You have comic books.
Yeah,
comic
so
magazine.
that's something like that. I think that's a magazine format, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that would be a magazine. So like for example, all my magazines that I collect, like Warren and like Vampirellas and Eries and Creepies, are all magazines.
Yeah.
So what about oddly sized comics? Like where it's.
So I think magazines are magazines, comics are comics as well.
Yeah.
They're just a comic magazine.
Me, Alan, and Tim
exactly.
are same face.
So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get the latest edition of Country Living, and I'm gonna be like, look at my new comic book.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was talking backstage. Like this was a backstage conversation in Discord, and we were talking about this. And the only magazine I could think of that was like not like comic book related was Vogue. So people are making fun of us. It's like, why wasn't Vogue the first one you thought of?
That's a good one. I was going to show this one, Biggie. Show that Raphael. Comic book or magazine?
Comic.
That's a magazine.
Clearly a comic book.
Clearly a magazine.
Because it's bigger.
It's the turtles?
Okay, so when you get it graded, does it go into the comic book slab or does it go into the magazine slab?
I don't think that's as significant. I mean, I
That
think
is
it's what fits.
yeah, because the new Ninja Turtles goes into a magazine one too because it's too big. But
It's
it
sort
doesn't
of like
fit
the way I
magazine.
treat Mad. Mad magazine, when it first came out, it was a comic book,
Yeah,
and then later on became a magazine.
yeah.
So should they do a renumbering of the series? I mean, because like 1 through 4 are the bigger size. They're not magazine size, by the way. They're smaller than a magazine for sure, but they're just oversized.
But yeah. Okay, how about this? How about this as the criteria? If it fits into a comic box properly, then it's a comic book.
That's
I
no,
don't
you
think
just
that
that's
that's-
just
But
size.
I already
Yeah,
made the.
it's-
Let's see, you didn't catch this. I said if magazines are comics, then digests are comics either. And
All right.
everybody
I don't
agrees
consider
that
digest comics either.
Here's the brain fuck, okay? Here's the brain fuck of this whole topic. We're just glaring and we're being specific, but here's the one that fucks us, all right?
Mhm.
If it's a magazine and it's not a comic, then all of the first appearances in magazines should not count.
Well, that's what people say. Like, you know, if you look at New Mutants, you know, that's that big I have it somewhere
The
over there.
graphic novel, yeah.
The graphic novel. Nobody considers that the first appearance. They always say the first appearance in comics is this other book. You know what I mean? They call it the first appearance, but then the first
They do the
appearance.
same. They do
in
the same
comics.
thing with Damian Wayne. Actually, I've got the first appearance of Damian Wayne in the magazine, the one that came out before the fucking comic, and
Yeah.
then they did a comic, and that's obviously the comic is worth way more money than
The
the
magazine.
magazine.
And then if you go down that route of saying, oh, what's the first
But the
appearance?
magazine is still all comic book. It's not. There's no articles. It's 100% a comic book.
So I got one for you.
I'm with
then.
Bleecker. I'm 100% with what Bleecker is saying. 100%.
I got a comic here that does not fit in a comic box, and that I have to put it sideways in another box, but it's the Demon #1. Is that not a comic book?
I thought Demon #1 is comic book size.
No, it's bigger.
Oh, it's because it's Silver Age, or no, it's Bronze. I thought.
Yeah, it's
Bronze Age.
I'd have to see.
All right, how about
Mine fits in a comic book bag.
how about this?
That's
There's a comic
that
inside
is
of it with a record.
graphic novel.
So would that
It's a
be?
record.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, but it comes with a comic attached to
That's a
it.
record. Yeah,
That's a
that would be
really awesome-
considered an LP.
Yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
Yeah,
That one
it
doesn't have
fits.
a-
It barely fits width-wise into it. It's like it'll.
Neil Adams, by the way.
Yeah, it has to be. It's in a net magazine bag and board,
So, Alan,
but it's a
Vampirella
little
number
smaller.
one-
It's a little smaller than
Vampirella one
a
is
than
not-
a than
is
a
not the first
magazine,
Vampirella?
but
Sorry, I
it's
couldn't hear
it's
you.
bigger than a comic book.
So it's an album.
Yeah, I think I see it the way Bleecker is. Like if it's comic book, like you know the contents are completely all comic book. It's you know a magazine size comic, and the size is not really that significant as much as the content. But like somebody was saying, well, what about Playboy? No, clearly not a comic book because it's mostly articles and nudie mags. It's not just because there's a comic strip in it doesn't automatically turn it into a comic. But if it's like again, you know, like you're saying, like Vampirella #1 is not the first appearance of Vampirella.
Comic book?
No.
What's the inside? What does the inside say?
Well, it's all comics.
Then I would consider that a comic myself.
Let me see that
No,
again,
it's a
Alan.
book. It's a
Is that a
book
kid's
format.
book? Let me see the inside. Did I actually see comics, or was it just? All right, so that's got like,
all-
yeah, I see that. Yeah,
It's all comics.
yeah, it's like an old. Fuck, I used to read.
That's fine.
Yeah,
But
it's
not-
but
not
it's
fucking
it's
comic,
it's
though.
it's not a comic. It's a book that
Yeah.
just happens to have comics in it.
Right.
That's the way I see it. I don't see it as like a comic book. Because
So,
like if you,
Alan, is Vampirella #1 the first appearance of Vampirella, or no? All of those Vampirellas are not significant in the continuity.
so that's the weird thing. So
There you go.
No,
There's
it's sort of like the
is
way,
this a
New
magazine or is
Mutants-
it a comic?
again, that's a magazine.
Oh yeah, is it? That's odd. That looks an awful lot like an actual real comic book to me.
Magazine with comic shit in it.
That looks like a full comic to me with no magazine at all.
See, I think it's a comic that's magazine size.
I love this
It's comic book magazine size. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So Vampirella's first appearance is considered to be Vampirella #1, the magazine. You're right.
And it has to be.
But the weird thing is there's other magazines where it's a full comic magazine, and people don't consider that to be the first appearance.
Then aren't those people wrong then? Because like Matt was just saying, Overstreet. You go into Overstreet, you're going to find Vampirella #1.
Yeah.
Why would you not consider that a comic?
So, it's magazine format is the thing. So it's sort of like if you look at the Golden Age, like where they had like the sort of early.
What do you mean? I just want to. What do we mean by magazine format? Magazine format is articles, like magazine size.
No.
Are you saying magazine size? Because format. What I just showed you was
some magazines
was formatted as a comic book.
So so I'm going back into the Golden Age here, guys. But what's the very first appearance of Mickey Mouse?
I don't know.
Willie the cartoon.
It's 4-color number 16 is considered to be a comic book appearance of Mickey Mouse. Okay. However, there was magazines. They were actually not that big magazines that had earlier appearances of Mickey Mouse that preceded it maybe about 10 years.
But see, the way I defined it before you came on is if it's the amount of the comic content as well. For example,
matters.
You know, if Mickey Mouse is in a magazine, but say this magazine is half printed stories, well, that doesn't qualify as a comic magazine. That's a magazine. If it's all comic strips, then it should be a comic book. Like if it's all comics, like a Vampirella magazine or a Creepy and
I can name lots of comic books that have actual articles inside. The most, like a lot of the comics have like the readers, the readers.
Yes, but I gave it a
them all of
number.
a sudden they're not comic books anymore because they have that.
I made a comment saying that if it was 85, like for example, these Savage Sword of Conans, I just showed this before you came on. They have 3-page written stories in there, but to me, that's the equivalent of a letters page. This is a comic book. This is a comic magazine.
Even though it's a magazine format.
Yes, to me, it's a comic.
The one that I'm having trouble getting over, like I understand you like drawing the distinction, like okay, this is magazine size, this is comic book size. Are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like those are clearly not magazine sized. That not even close. They were just weird size because that's all they could find to print on at the time, and not considering those comic books is wild to me.
What would you consider Fooms?
Fooms are magazines.
Yeah, it don't matter how cool the magazine is, it's still a magazine. Like, let's look what Collecto says. Guys, please, this is a tempest in a teapot. You know what a magazine is, and you know what a comic book is. That's what I'm trying to.
That's what I'm saying all along.
Trying to say too.
Yeah, I think I'm more with Bleeker, and I think mostly with Matt too. I think the three of us are pretty close.
You're all equally wrong, is what you're saying.
I think it comes down to personal opinion.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, because I will say this. Yes, I know what a magazine is, Collecto, Stephen. Yeah. But at the same time, I will make the argument that I think certain just because it's in a different format, it's still a comic.
Right.
Yeah, you keep saying format, but format is the what's inside of it, not the size of it, and the size of it doesn't matter if it's
exactly. That's my point. It's the content that matters.
What's the very first appearance of Tank Girl?
Oh, that's Deadline number 8 or 9 or something. That's
which is a magazine.
UK. Yeah.
That was a test question. I was just seeing if you guys.
Well, I have said that Archie digests are comics.
I agree.
So I don't feel like they're comics. I feel like they're digests. So
I believe that they are comic books in digest format. That's what I mean by format there, Bleeker. I know.
Do you guys see the thing? Okay, wait. Let me move my camera.
All right, let's do this then.
Wait. Right there.
Yeah.
Like up top, the Donald Duck thing. Let
Mhm.
me see. I can make it be right at the top. The Donald Duck. Is that the first appearance of Donald Duck?
I don't know. Open it up. Let's see.
Well, it's Donald Duck on the cover. It's comic all the way through.
Is it a magazine size?
It's bigger than a magazine.
Well, then according to you, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're willing to accept our fate. Now, here's another good one. If magazines were comics, why do I get big ass boxes like this to put them in?
Barely hear you, Biggie.
If magazines are comics, then why do I gotta get big ass boxes like this to put my magazines in? They don't
But
fit
that's just
long
the
boxes.
size. Like,
See,
so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #5 is the first appearance of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is that what we're going to say? We're really going to say that?
I can't even.
I know,
take you
yeah, I
guys
get your
seriously at
point.
this point. It's got.
I think
it's the first. It's the first.
I mean, I
ever
feel like we
comic
have
book
weird
format.
It's a
exceptions to
magazine,
certain
that's
things.
all.
And I agree. Like Chonko, I agree that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I agree with Vampirella. Those seem like exceptions to the rule.
Cerebus
Well, I
#1.
personally-
Cerebus #1 is
Cerebus #1 is
oversized.
a good exception as well.
Yeah,
I
Why
have
are they
personally
exceptions to
always
the rule, then?
considered. I've always considered magazines that are in the Overstreet to be comic books because it's the comic book price guide.
So what does so then all my Eries and Creepies and all that, they're all comics, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
That is, by my definition, yes.
Should I like
Digests
rebag
are
and
also
board
in
them in comic book
Well, no, that's ridiculous. You're using the ridiculous. And by the way, I thought you didn't bring bag or board anything. So
yeah,
Yeah, we
that
figured
was
collection
another
out.
that was
Nothing's
that was the
rebagged
quiz
and boarded.
that I was trying to start here.
Your bags are yellow with leprosy on them.
Come on now, bro.
You
no,
like it that
look,
way.
honestly though, you're taking it to the sublime and the ridiculous on that thing. And it's yes, just because they're different sizes doesn't mean they're not comic books. Because
But
I'm
it's
telling you right now that no two issues of the same book are the same size technically. Somebody's cut it slightly smaller or slightly bigger.
Sure.
So really,
So
you
here's
can't
the
go by the
question
size.
then. What's the very first comic book?
It's
Now the thing is, like, there is a technical answer to that, and it's based on the format of the comic.
But is it based on the size? Because we know the
It's
size
based
is
on the
not,
size.
but the
It's-
size is not clearly not the size of comic books today.
No. So what they considered is the standard format of a comic, and then once that's, even though from golden age to silver to modern, they've shrunk it.
So all we're reading now are digests then, because only comics are like the size of golden age comics. That's the only real come on.
I'm glad
And
you
may
agree.
I,
Baker. I'm
and
glad
I
you
may I state
Give me a break.
that is referred to that size is referred to the standard size of the American comic book.
That's why I always tell people, Bleeker, that I'm the only comic book collector here because I collect Golden Age. Okay.
Oh my god, I want to
Golden Age
poke
too.
you so bad right in the eyeball.
all right. So I'm to believe that Fun Comics down here is the first comic ever. This one right here.
So there's
The Fun Comics is the first. That is the first comic of original material that wasn't a reprint from the newspaper.
yeah, there was earlier books actually. Comic Parade is the first one.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what I got.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just messing with you guys. I
That
don't
new
know.
fun that Fun Comics is.
You're
like
disgusted.
literally the
What do you
first
mean?
Comic.
Who's disgusted.
I thought you said I'm disgusted with you guys.
He says he's
No,
messing
me?
with us.
Oh yeah, I heard you wrong. But my bad.
Okay.
I'm like, I gotta go.
Steven makes a good point here.
You're fucking disgusting.
No, I didn't say that.
So these comic codes rules on. Let me read it right. So the comics code rules on comics. Publishers went to magazines to avoid the comics code
Exactly.
authority.
That's another
The law
good example.
stated comic books were regulated. Magazines by size were unaffected. Thin, beautiful.
Yeah. You see, it's not Finn. It's not at all, because again, we're still talking about like
Whatever.
you're bringing up examples of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is clearly not in that era where it's a
It
totally different
also
size.
has a
I
comic
think
code authority
You
sticker
made
on
a
it.
good case for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 5 going way up in value.
Well, it's the first Turtles in comic book format. It's been labeled that for years, so it's not like
But
brand
is
new
it-
to any of us.
But I don't. Well, I mean, it's not in comic book format. It doesn't say that. It's comic book sized. I think
Okay.
the format is what we're talking about when we're talking about what's in the interior.
Yes.
That's the format to me.
But Stephen actually brings up a good point. The
He does bring up a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Actually.
But there are outliers. There are things that expand this argument beyond that, because it didn't end there. There's a lot more to
Yeah,
it.
like
than
I
that.
showed the what did I show just now? The first appearance of Muppet Babies. It was a magazine that was well past all of this nonsense, and it's is it a magazine? Or a comic? It's a full comic. There's no magazine in it at all. There's no article. There's no like.
But you know what's
article with Jim
interesting?
Henson.
I
None of
think
shit.
that Muppets one actually came out in the late 80s or 90s, right?
Yeah, like 88 or 87.
The comic code was still in effect, and the reason that magazine doesn't have the comic code on it, it was not considered a comic.
Yeah, but why would you have to publish a magazine, like to publish that in a magazine
Well, I'm just saying.
to avoid the comic code authority? Hold on,
I
guys,
mean,
we got Muppet Babies.
Everybody was
Gotta avoid
confused
the
by
comic
Gil,
code
Will,
authority.
Phil, and
We're gonna put blood and guts in this.
Bill.
Well, there are some pretty, erotic scenes between Miss Piggy and Kermit.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
Alan, you weren't here when I showed this one. I wanted to see your opinion on it. Just so different size from both,
See,
Classic.
I always consider that a graphic novel.
but it's the page count of a comic.
Is it one whole
Sure,
book?
but
Is it one whole
I
comic?
have that book.
It
and
is.
It's really big. It's actually quite wide.
I
It's
might
not-
It is,
consider that a
and,
graphic
and they did that on
Right.
purpose. They
Yeah.
they did that on purpose to highlight Darrow's art. that they wanted to, because there's such tiny detail in what Jeffrey Darrow does, that they wanted to do that. They wanted to make it this kind of oversized format. But to me, this is a comic book.
Yeah, actually, Jeff asked a very good question. Now, would the comic inserts in like the newspapers count as a comic book?
I don't think that's a book, is it? I mean, it's just a strip. I
No,
think-
no,
I
no,
think
they're
those
not
are different.
strips. They're like little mini comics that they would put into.
Well,
the
in
newspapers.
Britain they were, because in Britain a lot of the
Oh, I might be
Beatles and
wrong.
stuff like that were those inserts in the news.
What would you guys consider this? What's that?
That's where I got my first comic book intro, was in the newspaper, man. Spidey. I was reading Spidey till it ended, actually.
Aggressively relaxing makes a great point. there.
Yeah, the floppy FF says it's a magazine. So what the fuck was that? Like that's true.
Yeah.
It was clearly a floppy though, aggressively. I don't know why they put it as magazine, but they did do that. You're right.
I'm really, this is a really interesting discussion, because I didn't think it was going to be this way. I thought this was going
What's
to
the
be.
first appearance of Star-Lord? Is it
It's
this?
in it's that's the first appearance of Star
That
Wars.
is, but that's not a comic book.
That's right.
But
It's still
they
the first
also have
appearance.
that other book, which is
Rocky. Isn't Rocket
It's a
Raccoon
comic
in a
magazine.
Yeah.
They always like label it twice, right? They say this is the first appearance in magazine.
Yeah, so why would they do that? Why would they have the first magazine? So all those comic appearances of those characters are null now,
Yeah.
if that's the case.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is considered first appearance.
No one ever says that, but it should be. Yeah.
But then, Alan, I traded away my Vampirella 1, but Vampirella 1, if I'm not mistaken, it says first appearance of Vampirella.
Oh
Oh, it
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't have mine graded, so. One sec here.
You don't
But
have
how
that
did
graded.
you
That's
do that?
weird.
How about this book?
I love that book. I just showed that. Yeah, first Turtles
Yeah, it's-
and ad.
Yeah, I
So
love
does
that.
this count as the first appearance of the Turtles?
Well,
I
we were
think
talking
that's-
about that earlier. This
Or no,
is
I
where we're going to split hairs with, like there's that one Hellboy where it's like he appears in like a photo on a wall. Is that the first appearance of Hellboy, or is it?
Yeah, it's such a lame first
Yeah.
appearance.
I think they actually labeled that as in print.
One sec here. How about this one? What's this considered?
I don't
Awesome
Titty.
looking.
Titty book.
Fucking awesome, actually. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
all
beautiful.
it's all like cartoons inside.
it's very nice.
I don't know what the hell that is. What is that, Josie?
It's got like a whole a Bill Everett cover.
It's really
Damn,
nice.
Bill
It
Everett.
looks a lot like
Bill Ward.
what's her name?
It's really
Oh,
cool.
Bill Ward. Oh, that's a big
Yeah,
difference.
it's Bill Everett
Red,
cover, but
yeah.
Bill Ward did the interior.
Oh, really?
Great colors.
Submariner did that. Wow.
He did some
No.
sexy stuff.
Alan,
This is
do you-
actually by Merble. Merble.
Do you
This
have
is
your-
a Merble comic.
Wow.
Do you have your
Comic-
Cerebus #1 handy? Because does it say for Cerebus?
Let me see. I'm gonna grab it.
I mean, to say that no, I'm sorry, I disagree. I think that is it a book format that's fully comic, and I think when we looked at Cerebus, it's going to say first Cerebus.
Okay,
Doesn't it
here's
say
my
that?
service. Mine's restored.
Doesn't it say?
First appearance. Yeah, it says first.
Of Cerebus, and it's clearly larger than a comic book.
Can I zoom
It's in a magazine. It's in a magazine sized holder.
Yeah.
It has to
So-
be because it's big.
But it actually says first Aardvark, like whatever magazine, the name of the publisher too.
Oh, but yeah, it's the first Aardvark Vanheim. Yeah, but I mean, but is it the first
Comic.
appearance of Cerebus? I think we would all say it is, right?
Well, it says the first appearance. So
But and we would all say that. Like if somebody
I
asked
would
us,
say that too, but
Yeah.
at the same time, is it? If it's not a comic. So this is what makes
Well, there you guys go. We did it. How you guys feel about that?
I don't feel like we resolved anything.
I think we're split.
This was
We
not
did
going
it,
to be a
guys.
topic that would be resolved.
Yo,
Yeah.
me and TM came up with this topic, just talking shit in the back, and I think
It's a good one. It's a really
It's a
good
one.
good
And
discussion.
honestly, everybody's definitions are different, and there's
But,
nothing we can change.
But I like the fact that Bleeker thinks that only Golden Age collectors are real collectors. I really do like that. So
I'm gonna poke you right in the eye.
So if you have a token Golden Age size book, then you're a real collector.
then you're a
gonna
comic
progress
book collector. Yeah.
it. Okay,
I do have
All
a
right.
Golden Age book here, so I guess I'm
and so do I. I've got a
I,
couple.
I just want to say there were some people that were right tonight, and that is like Biggie, Alan, Steppo, and myself.
right out of your minds. Yep, you were definitely right out of your minds.
Well, we're gonna look at the poll, and then we're gonna go around the horn.
Actually, Lau said something interesting.
Yeah,
Would Bazooka Joe rappers be considered comics?
No, I mean clearly, like a strip is not a book. Of course not.
Or how about Tijuana Bibles?
I wouldn't consider that a book either, right? I mean,
Well,
That's like-
they have like a
cool.
staple in their pages.
I
Yeah,
consider
well,
them.
I mean, now
comic
really
books.
splitting hairs. I mean, I think, yeah, I maybe, I mean, I don't know that that's.
You can call it a magazine. You can call it because of the size of it. You can call it a magazine, I guess, if you want. But if it's all comic books, it's a comic book to me. That's
All right, so the poll says
it is.
What is
we
the poll?
got 23% yes, 43% no, and 33% some are, but not all.
Like I said.
Hell yeah, I'm about to wrap up. I'm be there real quick. Be right there.
So about 50% say at least some. More than 50% say at least some.
I question the people that said yes, though.
Well, guys, let's go around the horn, and then we're going. I gotta go watch this damn fight. I'm very intrigued.
All right, go ahead, man. But
So, Matt, what you got going on, man? Good to see you in good health, my friend. Glad to see you on the internet.
I'm
The
still,
Bionic Man himself.
But
Tougher than nails.
on Tuesday, I have comic showcase showing up on my Tuesday night. There's no Superman show this week. There will be one in a week's time. So that's basically what I got. And I've got on the 30th of December, I've got Chonko and Big Nasty coming on. We're going to do a year in review show. Talk
Oh.
about things that we got this year and things in comics news that was cool or not, you know.
That'll be fun.
All right, man. Thank you, Matt. And we'll be back on book club after the New Year's over. So, what up, TM? TM's channel is reinventorized. Whatever the fuck the word is. He's going to be doing a bunch of lives. Let him know, TM.
Dude, I got so much live. So I was gonna go live today, but I wasn't feeling up to it. And I wasn't energetic, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow because I don't want to just put on a show. I actually want to feel energetic to do a show. So I'm doing my top pickups of the year live stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So join me for that. Sunday I'll be over on Bleeker's channel for church. Monday I'll be doing my top 20 valuable comics in my collection, and not valuable like in price wise, but valuable to me. Like 20 valuable comics that I love. I love the fact that they're in my collection. Tuesday I'll probably drop a video. I'm not sure if I'll go live with it or not, but I might. But I got a package coming from Dan's Comic Corner, and then on Christmas Eve I'll be going live to open a package, a Christmas present from Susie Q and Steppa.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Glad to see you're back from Amsterdam, Big Chonker. We always are glad to see you pop on the club, and glad that you made it through your travels. How you been doing? What's going on?
I'm bad. I'm not sleeping well, but I'm getting better. I'm glad I'm home. But yeah, a few things. Tomorrow night on Big Nasty's channel, the live show, we will have the great and powerful Anthony Cleveland, the writer of Buried Long Ago, one of the coolest and creepiest comics from the last year. Indiana female serial killer. And he's going to talk about that. The research he did is based on a true story, even though he makes it like really kind of like creepy and like kind of ghost kind of story. It's really cool. Following week on the 27th, we're going to have the great Andrew Tarasov from Pinapocalypse, the mind behind Pinapocalypse. Guy does all the interior art, and you've seen me show Sveta Shabina covers from Pinapocalypse. He's the other artist on Pinapocalypse, a great pinup artist. Going to be on with Matt on the 30th. Going to be on Rob's Fat Stacks on January 3rd. So nursing your hangovers, hangover. January 3rd, I'll be on doing Only Slabs with Rob, and Jason Archivist Adrift is going to be going to be conserving one of those Jaime Cortez books. Only known copy. He's going to be working on it to try to save that book. And 750 subscribers. I'm doing a giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, come over. If you've never seen the giveaways that I do, and this is open to everyone this time. International is open to everyone. If you haven't seen the giveaways I've given, it's always something. It's not a bunch of garbage I don't want. It's a bunch of garbage you probably do. So that's it.
Cool.
Whoa.
You're always a pleasure, man. The master of Sunday entertainment. Big Bleeker, the longest ongoing Collector Club member. Him and Alan, I'd say. What you got going on, Big Bleek?
Brother, I worked all day. It's a long day. I got the week off, so I'm excited about that. Sunday we got church as usual, and I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing this week, but we might do some other things since I got so much time on my hands.
Cool.
About it, brother. It's about it.
Thank you. Nasty time. Always good to see you, my Ohio brother, my favorite Ohio collector. What you got going on, Big Nasty?
Pretty much ditto on everything that Chaco had said, except for I will have a new video dropping tomorrow at I haven't picked a time yet. I just need to upload it and all that jazz. And next, like Matt said, on the 30th, get to have the pleasure of being on his show, talking about just the year in review and all that kind of good stuff. And my 1 year mark is February 3rd, so I got that coming up sooner or later. I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video or a live stream or something. I'm gonna do something with that. Celebrate my 1 year mark.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I need to do a giveaway. I haven't done a giveaway for a long time. I need to pick a number and make that the giveaway because my giveaway box is full. I mean, I like to empty it out. I got but I'm sure there's probably something I'm forgetting, but I think that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah, man. And always a big Collector Club member. He hops on every chance he gets, and appreciate Big Nasty. Alan.
Appreciate you having me, buddy.
Anytime, man. What you got going on, Big Alan? Oh, that's a magazine for sure. But yeah, go ahead.
Still having the argument.
Magazine.
Boo! Why are you always stirring the pot, man? It's over. Boo!
And one more.
Alan just wants to start shit. That's what he's got going
Okay,
on.
so
What he's got going on?
not much is going on. I have my Sunday show, which is like the hottest golden age of the week, Real Comics, and on Monday we'll do the Monday special, and also the Silver Age spec of the week, or market analysis we call it now because it's not hot. It's been really bad last few weeks, but that'll be a live show as well. So I seem to do a lot of live shows nowadays. And that's pretty much it. There's not much really going on. That's it.
Well, Alan, you always entertain the hell out of me. So look at my do-rag doing all types of tricks. All right, I got a 1420 subscriber giveaway coming up. I'm like 3 away. And
Nice.
we're taking Christmas siestas or whatever you call them, siestas. We'll be back next year, but I'll still be doing content. That's it. I want to thank you guys for the year that we've done. You guys did really supported me and helped me. And if you guys ever need anything from me, let me know and stuff like that. We'll be leaving with the super chat. You guys are inching me there, dude. Craig, mad, creepy, eerie, Conan. People love this fucking argument. They just want to fight, fight. All right, we're going to leave. The last leg drops for you, Craig, but we are leaving. Thank you guys so much. Hashtag enjoy.
Biggie. 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 Biggie.
Hey, we're all here.